What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jeep TV. I'm Brett, and today we are going to be installing a Voswitch control panel. Basically, it is a S-Pod knockoff. It is a 8-switch control assembly. It's exactly what it says there. It is a 100 amp, 40 amp relay. Well, I guess that's a 100 amp max load with a 40 amp relay. But basically, you take all your wiring to this one sub panel. Let's see if I can't go ahead and open this up. I'll open it up for you guys. And it makes wiring so much easier. You see all these switches in here? So you are going to run all your wires to here. This goes to your battery. Very simple. This right here goes inside your Jeep. It's going to go above, and you'll be able to hit the toggle switches on every single one of these. This light right here, it's actually a dimmer to make the lights brighter. So anyways, we're going to dive into this and get something wired in that we started on a little bit ago. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. We're going to set the S-Pod slash knockoff Voswitch in its location. Get the wires run over to the battery terminals and start this project off. One thing I like to do before starting a project is read over the instructions. So here is the instructions. You've got step 1. They have these screws circled. You're going to remove these screws. You're actually going to install them back with the assembly there. Step 3. Step 4. Lots and lots and lots of really nice, easy pictures. It's a very, very detailed instruction guide. You can't mess this up, but we're going to do it step by step. But anyways, the assembly goes right here. Wires are going to go up, around to your battery. Then you basically have a ground and you have a common. And then you're going to take the control wire back up through your Jeep, and it's going to be mounted up top above your dash, above on your visors. So anyways, also I'm going to be wiring in some lights. So what we're going to do is test those as soon as we get those on. It does come with a packet full of stuff. Zip ties. Also, there's one more thing that I forgot to tell you guys. It comes with a overamp protection device. So basically, if it overamps or gets too much on it, it's going to shut it down too. But anyways, very, very cool. Everything is heavy duty metal. All the screws, all the relays in there, everything seems to be very, very heavy duty. So it's a great product. It did cost quite a bit. I'll post everything in the description below, things that you need to purchase and where you need to purchase it, as far as my lights and my wires, stuff, plus this kit. So they have a 6 switch and they have an 8 switch. So yeah, we went with the 8. So let's get down to business. Step 1, locate your 10 mil and get these off of here. Wow, it's dirty. Alright, we're gonna wipe this off, clean that up. Alright, now that we got it all cleaned up, we're gonna go ahead and take our control panel. We're gonna lower our wiring down in here so it feeds to the bottom. We are going to everything is straight. Now we're able able to get in here, and then you can get in here and get your wires. You can bring everything from the back side and get them all in. There's a few things that I already see on the wiring that I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take this back off. I'm going to take my wires back down, through and up, so that way they're down, they're hidden away, and they're not going to be up here. So you guys can do the same thing, or you can continue on and take these straight across there and around. So I'm going to go and get this off and take these wires down and underneath, and I'll show you exactly how I do it. Alright, so the first thing that I did, I went ahead and zip tied the first foot. Zip tie them together. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to set this down here. So we're going to feed this back behind here and take it around. There we go. Got that screw out, pried that up and shoved it down. So, now, get these moved over a little bit. Pull it. We'll get this seated down. Move those wires a little bit, and then you won't ever see it. Alright, so now you're going to want to get your ground, your power wire, separated from the control wire that goes up into the cab and lay it across here. I've got one zip tie right here. We're going to slide it back, and now we've got the control wire to get back up into the cab, and we're going to go ahead and take care of the power wires first, and then we'll do the control wire last. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take the negative terminal off. Alright, now we got our negative terminal off. We'll move him up out of the way. We'll go ahead and I'm going to start down there and zip tie them coming this way. Bring this over, get this guy on here and clamp it down. And then same thing goes with the power. I'm going to probably get it up here, make it look nice and neat. Bring it back across and get it over here. Alright, so far this is what we got. We got the wires tucked up really nice all the way across. We got our negative terminal still off, and we have our power wire hooked up. We now have the control wire. So this control wire, let me get over here. The control wire is going to go in, and it's going to plug into the main switch hub that goes inside above your dash. Alright guys, so it's time to get your control wire through your firewall. I went ahead and pushed a coat hanger through. I straightened out. Here's the coat hanger here. So we're going to attach our wire here, pull it straight down. I'll show you where it comes out on the other side. The best thing to do is to take your side panel off. Just start at the bottom with a small screwdriver, work your way up and just pop it off. You're going to send a coat hanger straight through. So I can't get my camera in here. And you should be able to get it right up inside there. There's a little bitty hole. It's It's got a little gasket on there. You just barely pierce it with a screwdriver, and then you should be able to send that right through there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and push this up a little bit more. I'm going to attach it with some tape. Oop. So we're going to attach that with some tape, and then we'll pull it straight through. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is, I went ahead and taped up this very end. You know, these wires are very, very small, and the last thing you want to do is for them to come loose and pull out of here. So, yeah, we got tape around there. So we're gonna go ahead and attach here. We're gonna attach it. We're gonna pull the wire down, and we're gonna get it into the cab, and then we'll go from there. The main thing is you don't pull too hard and break your little clip or your bracket. That would be awful. So when you're taping it up, be very mindful that when you're pulling on it, not to pull too hard. It should be very easy to pull through. So if it gets stuck or hung, you're pulling too hard. Just like that. It was very easy. It just has a little bit of, it's about like that thick, and then once it comes through, it just slides through. So if it gets caught on anything, you don't want to break your clip. So we're going to go ahead and pull this the rest of the way, then we'll hop in the Jeep and see how we need to get the wire to go up the side of the little, I guess, side area. I don't even know what you want to call it. This little side pocket. So we're going to go ahead and keep pulling it. This is where we need to get it to. Oh, it's magic. And so it's got to come up through here and go across. So let's get it all fed in here, and then we will clean everything up. Alright, so the wire dives down and goes right to the firewall. Goes through the gasket. Comes out real high up above and behind the firewall, up in the floorboard. We've got to come straight across now. We've got all the slack out of it now. It's really tight. So we're going to make our way on up, hiding it, and then making our way across to right above the rearview mirror. Alright guys, you're going to need a Phillips head and a T20 to get this A-pillar off and to get the wire back up and through here. So we're going to run it all the way up, and we're going to come out the loop here. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get this taken off, get our wire fed up through the top of the visor and down through the center of the loop. And then once we get to that point, we'll go ahead and look to get our switch panel mounted up. Alright, so we've got everything pulled apart. They just have push pins. There's one here and another one. So basically this just sits up here, and then your A-pillar just falls right out basically. You just pull it out. So we're going to go ahead and take this wire, come across here, and all this stuff right here should just, yeah, it just comes right off. It's all push pin as well, so you should easily be able to get your wire back up through and out the loop. Alright, so we've got the A-pillar back on and all the cover back on. Got our wire hanging out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our switch panel, get it up here, and so we can't get it mounted up. Alright guys, now that we got this plugged in, you line up the two dots. It has two arrows facing each other. Those clip in. It's a pretty heavy duty plug. You'll want to remove the sticky backing tape, get it up here, hook that over the loop, and then set your 2 screws. There's 2 Phillips head screws right here that goes in. You're going to screw it into the plastic that holds it down, and then you'll go above and either A, use an adjustable wrench or a Phillips head to lock this down. Once we get this up on there, I'll show you guys how to install the switch covers, and we'll take a look at how those operate. Okay, so they have like a little rocker in here, and there's 2 little open holes on each side, so you gotta line them up, get them on there. Let's see. There. You think you're gonna break it, but you're not. But yeah, these are the ones that I've chosen. So these buttons are very heavy duty. Once they're on there, everything is solid. There's no rattle. It's actually kind of satisfying to do that. So what we need to do now is finish up underneath the hood, get the battery on, and then we'll come back in here and check out the lights. Alright guys, so we have power. So I'm going to show you the dimming feature. You can dim them down, brighten them up. So whenever you can read the words, that means they're off. And whenever you hit the button and the emblem starts to glow, that is what you have on. Pretty awesome. So I've got accessories, cube lights, Sasquatch lights, rear lights, rock lights, bumper, light bar, CD radio, and air compressor. Hopefully, I'll have every single one of these. Well, I can't say soon, but hopefully, in the near future, I'll have one of every single one of these working. So, the last thing, with one single touch, you can turn it off, you can turn it on. It's actually a touch. It's not a button, it's a touch sensor. So that's really cool. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the overhead switch panel and Voss wiring assembly. This is a very thought out product, and it is going to make your life a heck of a lot more easier whenever you start to add new accessories to your Jeep. One thing I did not cover that this thing does have is a few safety features. First off, you can add a wire, so that way nothing can be turned on unless you have your keys in the ignition. For some people that might be a deal breaker or not, but you can add that feature. Some people don't want it. Basically, the thought process behind that is that way if you leave your keys in the ignition or don't have the keys in the ignition, things aren't going to work and you don't burn up your battery. Also, this has a fail-safe. So if you leave your lights on or something running, it's only going to drain the battery so far and then it's going to cut out. I do believe it goes down to like 11% or something. I don't know how they figure on that. But for the most part, if you leave your lights on, this will eventually cut out and you will still be able to start your engine up and get yourself down the road in case you forget that you've left something on. For the most part, This product is amazing. I can't wait to start adding new accessories to my Jeep and use this product. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Peace out. Keep Jeeping. So we got our wires coming into our box. I've left a little slack here. So we actually have the white light wired on one, and we have the amber light wired on another, and I just took the grounds and I jumpered the grounds. Switch number 2, we have white. Switch number 3, you have amber. You can do them together. Pretty awesome.